Good morning. Right, welcome to week 2. That's week 2 out of 20 of a 20-week course to increase your mobility by doing balance and strength exercises. So last week was all about an introduction. It was about discovering core. So hopefully you've been practicing and you can now activate your core. This week is all about strengthening the core. And the exercises we're actually going to do 2 exercises today. We're going to do pelvic floors and then a little hill lift to strengthen the core muscles. Now these exercises can be done sitting or on your bed. So we're going to start off lying down doing it on the bed just because it's easier. Well, I think it's easier to do the muscles. And after we've done that, then I'll transfer to the chair and we do the same exercises on the chair. So I'll give you the option of doing both. Right, so pelvic floors. Now it's a common misconception that it's just pregnant women that should do pelvic floors. That's not true. Pelvic floors are a muscle, they're one of our core muscles, and like all muscles, weaken as we get older. If you do these exercises, it obviously helps with core, but it also increases your bladder strength, so it helps with going to the toilet. So let's start with our pelvic floor exercises. So you're going to lie down on your back. Oh. Right, feet flat on the floor, knees bent. So always when you lie down, bend your knees because it gives you a nice neutral spine. When you lie down with legs out straight, it naturally arches the back, so it puts too much pressure into the back. So knees bent, head down and just relax. Take a few deep breaths. And just lower the shoulders. Now, this exercise is working the internal muscles, the muscles, deep muscles, muscles behind muscles. So if you do this properly, you shouldn't see any movement at all. Now, your body is going to want to cheat, and what we're going to try and avoid is the thighs, buttocks, and stomach helping. Okay, so really try and concentrate on these internal muscles. And the easiest way to describe a pelvic floor is just imagine you're holding in a wee. Okay, and we're going to do that. So what we can do as well is at the same time as you're squeezing those internal muscles, tighten your anus. So what we're going to do is pulse. We're going to squeeze, relax, squeeze, relax. So let's do 10 of those. Squeeze, relax, number 2. Squeeze, relax, number 3. Squeeze, relax, number 4, squeeze, relax, and 5, squeeze, relax, 6, squeeze, relax, 7, squeeze, relax, 8, squeeze, relax, 9, squeeze, relax, last time, number 10, squeeze, relax. Good. So you should have seen no movement. What we don't want is this and the thighs and everything else helping. So just practice that one. Now, we're going to go back to what we did last week, TVA. So let's see if you remember how to switch it on. If not, remember, put your fingers in your belly button, walk 3 finger lengths across, 3 finger lengths down, push down there, breathe in through the nose, blowing the tummy out. Breathe out through the mouth, squeezing the tummy in. Keep squeezing, keep squeezing, keep squeezing, keep squeezing. You should feel something. As you push down, tightening up, that's your TVA. Now, hold that muscle, hands by your side. If you need to, keep your fingers there. Right, one leg, we're just gonna keep the heel on the floor. We're gonna raise the toe. Now you're gonna keep the angle of the knee the same and lift from the hip, like so. Just gently lift up and down, lift up and down. Now, when we do this exercise, your back's going to want to take over. Don't let it. Try and focus all your energy into your core muscle so your core becomes responsible for lifting the weight of the leg, and that's how we're going to strengthen it. A little tip, if you take the back of your hand and put it in the arch of your back, you can feel if there's any movement in your back. So you can actually feel if your back's trying to take over. So let's try that. Activate your core. Toe off the floor, and we're just going to lift up and down. 1, 2, don't go too quickly. 3, 4, we'll do one more for now, and 5. Good. So I'm not expecting you to get this straight away. You know, we've got 20 weeks to try and develop good, strong core muscles. These are really deep, hard to find muscles, so it will take a bit of time to get them going. You know if you're doing it properly because you won't feel your back. If you're not using your core, you'll be using your back. It's that simple. So if you're doing that exercise and you can feel body weight or movement in the lower back, you're not using your core, you're using your back. If you can do that exercise and feel nothing, but you can't feel your core, you've definitely got your core on. And even better, if you can feel your core, you know you're using your core. So let's just try that on the other side now. So activate your core muscle. Toe off the floor, keep the angle of the knee the same, and then lift up. 1, nice and slow. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Right, so a little tip with that, if you are struggling to feel it in the core and you're feeling it mainly in the back, what you can do is bring the heel further in. So the further the foot is away from the body, the more weight is going into the exercise. So the more weight going into the exercise, the harder the exercise. So if you bring your heel in as far as you can and do it like that, we're minimizing weight and we're making the exercise easier. Right, so that's the exercise done on the floor. Right, we have a question. Here's the lovely Gemma.
Part of the MolyFit Wellness live experience, and I'm monitoring all your questions. So we've just had one come in from Misfit, and she wants to know she can feel it in her back. Is that normal, and what can she do to stop that from happening?
Okay, thank you. So, of course it's normal. You know, we're trying to activate a muscle that our bodies and our minds just aren't used to feeling. So it's going to take some time. So what we can start, before you do that exercise, what you can do to try and activate it is do your pelvic floors. So generally the pelvic floor and the TVA, the muscle we were using just then, work together. So what you can do is prime the muscles by doing 5 pelvic floor squeezes and pulses first. And then what you can do is put your hands on your belly button like we did last week, find the TVA muscle, put it on and try and hold it on for 10 seconds. And then relax and do the same thing again. Put the muscle on, try and hold it for 10 seconds. And that way you've woken it up and you need to communicate. You need to get your brain talking to your muscles. I'm always telling my clients, for example, if we're doing a leg lift to strengthen the thighs, it's not a question of just lifting a leg up and down to strengthen your thigh. You have to actively feel the muscle, listen to your body, engage it by contracting it and feel the muscle going up and down. And it's the same with the core. You need to try and discover it, switch it on, activate it, and then if you do that and you take your time and you breathe, eventually you'll be able to do it without it going into your back. So 10 might be too many. So work with what you've got. Just try 1, for example. So we activate our core, we put it on, we lock everything in position, and we'll do 1. And if you could still feel that in your back, just keep practicing, keep trying, and you will get it. Trust me, it's difficult, but you'll get there. Right, so that's the floor exercises. Let's convert these up now onto the chair. So the good thing about pelvic floors is you can do them anywhere. I always say it's easier to do them lying down because it's just easier to feel the muscle. But you can do them standing in a queue, you can do them driving, wherever. The thing with pelvic floors is don't do too many. So you don't want to do them all day because you can overuse the muscles. And if you overuse the muscles, you can then weaken them and cause complications. So tend to try and do them only once a day and try and do them 10 times. What you can do, as you get fitter and as you get stronger with your pelvic floors, you can hold them for longer. So rather than pulse, relax, try and hold them for 5, then relax. And then build up to try and hold in for 10 and relax and do it that. So increase the strength that way. So let's start with pelvic floors sitting. So the first thing we're going to do is be mindful of our backs. So we want heels under knees, 90-degree angle at the knee, and that way your heels aren't in and you're not tipping your pelvis and putting too much body weight in the back. So heels under knees, straighten up. Try not to use the back of the chair because otherwise your body's going to cheat. So sit yourself up straight, find a focal point on the wall in front of you to stop you bending your head. Open your chest and place your hands by your side. A few deep breaths, and now let's try and tighten our pelvic floor muscles. Squeeze, relax, squeeze, relax, squeeze, relax, squeeze, relax. So if you see I'm perfectly still, okay, try and avoid any movement, so stop the thighs and the stomach and the bum muscles trying to work. So let's just try and do it again. So let's hold in a wee. We're going to do 5 squeeze, relax. 1 and relax. 2 and relax. 3 and relax. 4 and relax. Last time, number 5. Let's hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch it off. Good. So the next exercise, the heel raise, it's a little bit different from doing it on the floor because we're sitting up. So when we're sitting up, we're using a lot more muscle. Obviously lying down, you're relaxing. When you sit up, you're using all these muscles to keep you in this position. So what we're going to do here is a very gentle exercise, and you know you're doing this right because you won't feel it in your back. If you're doing it wrong, you're going to lean back. As you lift your leg, you'll lean back. So we're going to sit up nice and straight, taking a few breaths. Open the chest, relax the shoulders, arms by the side, okay? Very gently activate your core muscle and lift the leg up and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, if you're doing that properly, you won't feel it in the back. It's as simple as that. If you can feel it everywhere else, you're doing it properly and you've activated your core. So let's try it again and let's put our minds into our core and really try and feel these core muscles holding the leg up. Let's try that one more time. So activate your core. Let's just hold it for 5 seconds to get it going. Now lift and try and feel those muscles working and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. So that's 2 different ways of working these exercises. You can either do them on the bed or sitting. So we're going to leave you now. I'll give you a couple of days to practice those, and we're back here live again on Thursday at 11:30. So these exercises are week 2, and that's page 7 of the book. So anyone in Hertfordshire can ask for a free copy of the book because we're very lucky. We've been funded by Sport England thanks to Heart Sports Partnership. So if you live in Hertfordshire, just send me an email. And I'll send you out a copy of the book for free. Failing that, we've also got some copies at Welwyn Garden City Central Library and Topkins Pharmacy in Harpenden. So have a great day. I'll see you on Thursday. Stay well and stay MolyFit.